Here at Use Your Words Podcast, none of us are knowingly foolish. Okay, Troll.
Yeah,
We have thousands of years of architecture we can go over.
Would
here.
you build your house on rock or sand?
Knowing Brewer, sand because it's cheaper.
Of course, sand.
No, you're not. You are not sorry.
I am sorry. I wish I wasn't the way that I am.
You do not wish that either.
I do too.
Why do you wish that you were not the way that you
Because
are?
I would be causing so many issues.
Johnson causing issues? Never.
Yes. All the time. Oh, I did get invited to a wedding.
Oh, yeah? What wedding?
Oh, some people I met from the the people that got they actually ended up being basically a wedding gift to them unintentionally. But it was this couple that's recently engaged that's a part of the inner circle of Holy Ghost Notes, and they got Peter and Nico's tickets. And yeah, after the second day, after the main event, like I had brought some stuff we all had signed back up to my room after the signing, so obviously we didn't have to hold on to it during the show.
Right.
And the guy's named Brendan. He's like, man, it's like just after hanging out with you these past couple days and getting to know you, he's like, you're definitely invited to our wedding. I was like, sick.
How much were you buying, and how much are they expecting as a wedding gift?
I guess that was already their wedding gift. But no, it is in South Carolina, though.
Uh-huh.
It's at the end of August. And,
So we go into lockdown number 5.
oh my gosh. Please tell me it's not actually.
Now they're already talking about a 4th shot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What is it to be considered vaccinated? It's like to have, 3 or 4 shots now.
Oh, they haven't moved it fully to 3 yet. But that will be soon.
So I have to get another shot to be considered fully vaxxed. But I've already had COVID. I don't freaking care anymore.
They don't care about
I know
that.
they don't care, but I don't care what they care about.
Like I said, I think I had that right at the beginning because I lost the taste.
Which I'm surprised that I didn't get it from you.
Like I lost taste.
Oh, then you definitely.
I
have.
had like a cough where I almost passed out. Like I almost blacked out due to lack of oxygen because the cough was so bad.
Yeah, you had it.
And
definitely
it
had it.
lasted like months for the cough.
Yeah, you.
I was fatigued beyond fatigue. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't even stay awake at work. I would like be falling asleep at work. I would get home. I would get home, fall asleep,
Yeah.
wake up the next morning, go to work, fall asleep at work still,
Yeah.
and
It's
just repeat
that
that cycle.
cycle.
And that was for weeks. It was
That's-
rough.
Yeah. But you definitely had to have had that. But I'm just like, how? That's crazy. I
And
mean,
that was-
maybe you did pass it on to some people.
And
but,
that
like,
was right at the start of everything. Like
Yeah.
before it was nationwide news, when it was still kind of like new
Oh, hey.
mystery illness popping up.
COVID.
They
Corona.
didn't even name it yet.
It was
It was new
Oh,
mystery
the-
illness popping up
the-
with coughing and all this.
the bat virus.
This was before it was even rumored of a bat virus.
That's freaking crazy.
It was that early on, and I was just like, oh. I felt like death warmed over for. Like I remember one day, like I actually left work because like I was
It
actually
was just so bad.
it was so bad, but I also was running a really high fever,
Oh, yeah.
and like
Yeah, wouldn't they want you to just go home anyways at that point?
they didn't care because cubicles.
Oh.
We were isolated from one another.
Right. Only while you're in your cubicle.
So, but anyways,
Yeah, because I've heard that, what are they going to be shortening the quarantine?
they already did.
They already did.
It's cut in half.
So it's 5 days now?
Yeah. They did it literally the day you went out to Pennsylvania is the day they cut down to 5.
Oh, okay. Pardon my French. But Sam, well, I don't know. I can be tame. But Sam gave me so much crap about me potentially going out on my 8th day of quarantine with John to go to like a car model shop or whatever. And because John's like, yeah, he's like, you want to, I was going to see if, because that was going to be like my last gift for my nephew
Yeah.
or the whatever. And so I was, and Sam found out or whatever, like, it was stupid. But anywho, she's like, you wait your full 10 days. They picked 10 days for a reason. They just didn't pick it out their ass and, assign that. And I was just like, okay. I was like, whatever. I was like, I just don't see what 2 days is going to change
Oh,
as far as me getting somebody else sick when I've been feeling perfectly fine, like 3 days after I was tested positive.
you want to know the fun part
What?
about the whole thing? You
What?
know why they decided to do this?
Why?
Because companies were saying they didn't have enough people to work, so they needed it to be
It's
cut.
all work stuff. It's all work related. Yeah. Okay, so then because my boss Steve he'd called me towards the end of the quarantine just to check up and see how I was doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think they're gonna be cutting that shorter now just because of people can't take that time off of work or businesses can't afford that.
Yeah.
I was
And
like, jeez.
you know what? He was right.
Yeah. Well, it's just
And Fauci admitted as much
what?
that was the reason.
Oh, it's just work related?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's I don't know, man. She just chewed me out about that. I was like, wow. I was like, well, fine. If it's gonna make you feel so much better, I was like, I'll just stay home. But it is so stupid.
Yeah. So
I hate all of this.
good old.
Everyone's gonna get it at some point.
Yeah. Oh,
Like I don't know how my parents didn't get it. I have no idea how they did not get it from me. But
did you ever find out what version you got?
No, I'm assuming for how mild that was, I would imagine it could be maybe the Omicron version, but
Okay.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I had a backache one day, and it was like it started halfway throughout work. Like I was just like, it's that feeling of like when your skin, like it's just like irritated to the touch kind of thing.
Yeah, I get that after my dog has like chewed or licked my hand raw, but yeah.
Yeah. So it was like that, but I was like, so it was like in my like lower mid back. I was just like, huh.
You
As a
learned
day
it to your own back.
Yeah, yes. And well, Jeff was like, could it be because you have like, like art on your back of your shirt? It's just like rubbing your back a lot. I was like, I don't know. But then, so as soon as I got home and I parked outside the house, I was just like, ugh.
Was it like one of those like you just wanted to like sleep there in your car?
Yes. And I was like, my body was just like tired and achy. And I was just like, I
had that exactly. Like that day I went home from work with the fever.
Yeah.
I got back to the apartment. I think I fell asleep, not because I wanted to, but because I literally was too weak to go
just
into.
Don't want to get up.
Like I was literally too weak to get out of the car, go into the apartment, and go to bed.
Yeah, I just want to do it right here.
I literally fell asleep for like an hour or two to get enough energy to walk into the apartment to go in my bed. So I know exactly what you mean by that. That sucks.
So yeah, that was Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I woke up Wednesday morning. I was like, oh, like that's where it just felt like more of like a bad kind of head cold, and my throat was just like, ugh. And
you want to do that again?
No. But like, so that's what I texted Jeff. I was like, hey man, I was like, I'm not feeling really good right now. I was like, but I feel bad because it's like, I know we were supposed to get like a shipment of Velcro in, but there wasn't a truck driver to deliver it. So the plan was I was going to take my truck up there and we were going to load my truck up and make trips back and forth to get all the material. And he's like, we'll let you know, I guess, like if that is something that we can do today. Otherwise, like, just get some rest if you don't feel well and we'll call you and go from there. I was like, okay. Later in the day, thankfully, there was a truck driver available and was able to do that. But then, so he said, yeah. Well, no, Steve had texted me. He's like, hey, I tested negative, but I am super sick right now. A couple of his buddies had tested positive, and the sound guy from the concert I went to the Saturday before had all tested positive. So like, I would urge you to go get tested, and that's of course I. It was so funny. I tested.
What type of test was it? Do you know?
It was a rapid.
Oh, rapid test, so not a PCR.
No, and that's the place I went to the first time I went to that certain location. They had a PCR test before Thanksgiving, but now they didn't. They're just doing rapid. But
Okay, I asked that because I don't know if you read the news article about PCR tests. They can test positive up to 12 weeks after you recover.
Yeah, so that's I did hear that. Yeah, you can. I guess I didn't know. Like, I guess if it mattered on the test, but like I had heard, you can still test positive up to 3 months after having.
It's the PCR test.
That's the PCR test.
Yeah,
okay.
the rapid test not so much.
Okay, is interesting. Okay,
it's just how the tech works for it.
Right. So no, yeah, I go to the door and ask, like, after so many minutes of waiting and stuff, and I mean, I have my mask on, whatever. But she's like, yeah, you tested positive. I was like, positive? And she gave me this weird look, like that's not something to be like excited about. But I was like, okay, all right, thanks. I was like, I'll go let work know, whatever. But then I got an email saying I tested negative. So I was like, what? So I went back and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll send you a new email. And I was like, you're positive. I was like, oh. Dang. Okay.
Are you positive then positive, or are you negative then I'm positive? Or are you positive I'm negative? I need some clarification here.
Yeah. So that's when I still had a test set up for a Walgreens a couple days later, just for the heck of it. Which, yeah, after I tested positive, I called my sister, and she's like, "Oh boy." But then she said, "Well, you're going to be getting a call from the health department," which I never did. Until I had my Walgreens test. Once I tested positive on the Walgreens one, then I got a call from the health department. Which, that girl was super nice. She was fun to talk to.
Probably doing all the contact tracing and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, but yeah, like as soon as I found out I had it, well, then I just used the back door to get in the house, and oh my gosh, it was funny. I go to the back door. And
your mom's like, who is it?
Right. No, mom was gone at the time. She was at work. But so my dad comes back, and like I'm starting to enter. And then he shows up to the back door. I'm like, so I stop. And he's like, what? I was like, I'm trying to enter the house so I'm not close to you. He's like, oh. Because I mean he knew or whatever at this point. It's like, well, you can't get in with these boxes in the way. I was like, I could have pushed them, but okay. I was like, just move them and get out of the way. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't get it, because that would probably been the end of them, at least Dad. But or again, maybe if I had the Omicron variant, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have been so bad. Yeah. I don't know. It was just.
Well, congratulations, Aaron. You're of a growing number of breakthrough cases of COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what breakthrough cases means, right?
No.
People who are vaccinated and still
get it. Okay, that's okay. That is what it is. Okay, I was starting to think that the breakthrough ones were the people that got it multiple times. Okay,
those are multiple infections. I don't know if they're called breakthrough or whatever.
Even if you have the vaccine,
but yeah, because you got vaccinated and
I still got the Rona.
Yeah, you still got the Rona.
But as far as I know, I didn't pass it on to anybody.
And then you took it to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Well,
no, you didn't take it to Pennsylvania.
When I got home, someone from the group that I was hanging out with ended up taking like an at-home test. They're like, hey, I don't feel sick, but I just took an at-home test and I tested positive. I was like, I just got over it, so I don't know if this matters or what. Like, can I still then have it and then pass it on?
And watch you get it again.
Oh my gosh, I swear. But then he said, I had told him, I was like, well,
man, that person must be rich and have connections.
What? Wait, what?
Those at-home tests are like gold right now.
Oh, well, okay. So get this. It expired in June.
Yeah, don't trust the results.
Yeah. He said that. I was like, okay, you're fine. But like, because my sister, well, her family, like my brother-in-law It was either my brother-in-law or my niece had taken the test and tested positive for an at-home test.
Yeah.
Matt just forgot which one was who, so they're like, wait, who supposedly tested positive? But then they had they had them everybody like test again. And as far as I know, they were all negative. But I guess, yeah, my brother-in-law, he was, I guess, because we had our like Christmas get together yesterday. And I mean, he was sleeping. I don't know if he was kind of feeling a little under the weather or what, but he was resting, taking it easy, and wearing a mask. So I was like, are you sick or are you not sick? I don't know.
Yeah, and you can't use those at-home tests for like evidence to get into places that require a test.
Which is weird. I didn't think so either. Well, it depends.
No, the only way you can use it is if you do the at-home test, but it's witnessed by a medical professional.
Oh, for it to like count.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember going to a concert because they're like, you have to have proof of a negative test or whatever. And someone walked to a Walgreens nearby and found the last take-home test, and like they took it there in front of the security.
Okay, maybe if you take it in front of them, they'll take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of schools and that required like negative tests and all that to go back. You can't use an at-home unless it's attested by a medical professional, and then
makes sense.
You're allowed to use that. Wisconsin actually has a bunch of tests that you can order for free.
Oh,
and then you jump on a Zoom call, you spit in the test, but you don't get the results right away. You have to actually mail them.
Oh, okay. So
they're at home but lab
right
based. They're not at home.
No. So it takes some time to get your
they
back.
They said they usually get the results within 2 days.
That's quick.
Yeah.
That's really quick.
Because it's sent by the mail system. And since it's in Wisconsin, plus it's going to be about a day to get there.
Right.
And then they process the results real quick.
Yeah.
So
I suppose that's true.
Not an issue at all, but I know some people at work who have had to use that in order to get their kids back in school.
Wow. Yeah, this is wild. It's wild times we live in.
And, the Rona's just going to continue on blazing into this new year, 2022. And there we go. That's why I don't know if you've seen that there's a lot of memes going around. It's not 2022, it's 2022.
Part 2. Yeah. just a repeat, different version of that.
And everyone's just freaking out like, no.
Oh my gosh. When do we just accept it? I don't know.
I've already accepted long ago that this is going to be a new part of our life.
Well, but I'm just like, I guess to what point, like, do we have so much, I guess, like, I don't know, fear of it? Like, I don't know. Why do we have to have all of these different guidelines and stuff?
Oh, like I said, rules for thee, but not for me. Like AOC, she's down partying in Florida.
Oh, wow! Isn't that state horrible though?
But it's nice and warm.
Oh,
and
okay.
And like people are like, I'm in AOC's district. I'm lining up for food, and she's down. Like they're in a bread line, literally a bread line for people who didn't have money for food, and she's out partying down in Florida. And Dave Rubin. I don't know if you're familiar with who he is.
That name sounds really familiar.
Conservative. He kind of more on the conservative side of things. Trying to think how to describe him. He's a gay guy. He's married to a guy.
Yeah.
Gay guy married to a guy. Makes sense. Duh.
Right. Well, I mean, it could have just meant happy.
But he actually took his business. His company actually just got acquired by Rumble.
Okay.
And then he's taking his business and he moved from California, where he just was all upset about everything, to Florida. And all these people are like, oh, if I see you with AOC later, I'll party with her and all that. And Dave's like, I'm going to go out to Florida to have fun on New Year's Eve. Don't worry. If I see AOC, I won't sleep with her.
Wow. Okay.
I was just like, well, that makes perfect sense, but
they're probably chilling at Nancy Pelosi's house in Florida.
I was just watching that. I was just like, oh, okay, fun. But yeah, in you got all sorts of stuff going on. You have people all upset. Like you have my mom and dad all upset, and I'm like, read the full context of the news before going crazy, because
Right.
so New York, since 2015,
Yeah.
there has been a law proposed every year since 2015. It started because of Ebola. And essentially this law that's been proposed, and if it ever gets traction, that's when you need to be careful. Yeah.
Oh.
So essentially, you know what's going on in Australia
Well, I guess
with
I
all
like
the COVID
severity
rule
of
stuff.
it, yeah.
Well, no, it's
It's
like
like
if you there are certain areas of Australia. I'm not saying all of Australia. There are certain provinces of Australia
yeah.
that if you get tested positive, you have to go to a quarantine camp. You get to go to camp.
Oh.
Right? And New
That
York is
sounds good.
proposing the same thing. Has been proposing since 2015. You
To
know,
go to a
you know,
nice little
it's like
isolated camp.
it's like, oh, if the governor declares a state of emergency and then you could be called away to like a quarantine camp type deal thing,
oh my god.
and people are getting all up in arms over it. I'm like, it's been proposed since 2015, has never made it past committee. I think honestly, from my opinion on it, it's someone just wanting to have points on the board saying, look at how progressive I am and look at what I am doing.
Right. Oh man. That's I know. I knew like in Australia, like I mean, they were super intense on the people with the, I guess, masking stuff and
Yep.
all that. And I thought, was it in Germany or whatever? But like some guy without a mask was getting just like pummeled by the police, kind of thing.
Oh, did you see what happened to that like little kid in Burger King in New York?
No.
Oh yeah, they sent the police on him because he didn't have his vaccine card.
Oh my.
It's like a little $5 or whatever the age is that vaccines are available for.
Allowed for now.
Yeah, it was a kid of that age, and he didn't have his so and he's with his family, and so they sent the police after him, and it was just that was right before New Year's.
Oh, we have lost our minds. I mean, that happened a long time ago, but
Yeah.
this is ridiculous.
So I mean, you have all the it was on the 29th, like the 29th, 28th.
Yeah.
So the video was really coming out like 28th, 29th. Yeah, it was a 5-year-old.
What? It's like, why do we? That's so stupid. Well, that's unnecessary.
Yeah, so this is from I love the caption here on the Twitter. How many New York Police Department does it take? How many New York Police Department NYPD? That's NY. Yeah. Anyways, how many NYPD does it take to traumatize a kid trying to eat dinner? Roughly this many. And then he has the video that's been going around.
Just basically saying that you can't serve. Otherwise, if you're not going to pay for it, you have the card. I know, but you don't have it, then you're going to have to leave. And if not,
it's literally a little kid with his family at a table surrounded by policemen.
He came in with jacket.
And it's the kid was in tears and crying and everything. You can't really hear it because it's kind of all garbled and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 at least police officers to kick off one family out of the restaurant with a kid because they couldn't present their vaccine paperwork.
That's so.
We've gotten to the point.
Stupid.
And me and you have talked about why I'm not a fan of Tim Pool all the time, especially recently. But he did have something very appropriate to say. There's
About
no. So down in about presenting papers, down in Illinois, there's a Holocaust museum.
Yeah.
And he's like, so you have to present papers to go to a museum about presenting papers. because you have to show your vaccination card before you can go into to the Holocaust Museum where they talk about how Jews had to present their papers.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, look at that.
I was like, okay, on this one, Tim, you definitely got it.
Yep, you got brownie points on that. Oh my gosh.
I was like, all right.
What? Man.
What?
I just find this mind blowing, I guess. Just like how intense people are about this. Especially if you decide not to get a vaccine. Even though it's well, I saw someone share a reel talking about like, some news outlets or whatever talking about the whole vaccine stuff. They're like, oh well, yeah, you can't get the virus and you can't transmit the virus if you have the vaccine.
Oh, that was the original like kind of proposal on the vaccines.
Yes.
And to be fair, obviously
that's
not
true.
That's not true.
So if that's not true, for those that aren't getting the vaccine, they're no more dangerous than someone with the vaccine.
And that has kind of been the big, I think, change and turning point recently in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people don't want to admit, unfortunately, about that.
Right.
But yeah,
I guess I just don't get, why don't you want to admit that?
Because it changes the narrative from you must comply to
you can make your own decision.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
How dare you think on your own? So
gosh, we need to wipe out everybody in the government, basically, I feel like.
Okay.
Take them out.
Well,
not kill, just take them out of position.
Gee. It's almost January 6th. Really? You're doing this?
Yeah. You know what? Make it. Yep. That's, well, we got 4 days yet. We're fine. But it's like, for some of these people have been in there for a lifetime.
So, well, no, I agree in that. There should be term limits.
We need to get different. I mean, granted, who knows? The new people that are probably going into the positions might be just as dumb or as worse.
See, what I was
who's already in there.
What I was found funny about Biden being elected, right? All this time up to Biden being before he was elected, people are complaining we can't have all these old white men making all these decisions for us.
Hey, talk about white supremacy.
Who did they elect?
Biden, of all people.
I was just like sitting there going, They were talking to him recently. They're like, oh, are you going to go up for re-election?
No.
Like, he goes, if I'm as healthy as I am now, yes. And I'm sitting there going,
if you're as healthy as you are.
I was like, you're thinking you're healthy right now.
Because you're not. Oh my gosh.
I was like, I wish I would have saved it. I didn't.
Yeah.
It was a meme, obviously.
Oh, okay.
It was like of Biden staring off to space, wearing a Christmas hat, all these Christmas lights around. And he goes, Happy Easter.
I gotta find that.
And I just sat there and I was like, I could believe this. I found the image.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
He's just kind of staring up.
Yeah. Happy Easter.
It's not the exact same image that I saw, but it's real close.
Yeah, it's so funny.
There's obviously multiple variations on it, but look up Biden Happy Easter meme. There's also a Happy Thanksgiving one as well.
Oh no.
You could buy that as an ugly sweater for
I just saw
Christmas sweater.
Next year.
No, I might buy this for Easter.
For real though. That's great.
You know how else I know that the world is going crazy? So you're familiar with I'm sure with the phrase "Let's go, Brandon."
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Before you continue on.
Yeah.
There's a Let's Go Brandon crypto coin now.
No way. Oh no.
They are an official sponsor of the NASCAR driver Brandon, where this whole thing started
Where
from.
the whole came from.
Yep.
What?
And NASCAR's having a little fit about it.
Oh, I'm sure. That's what they made a crypto. That's funny.
Yeah, there's a Let's Go Brandon coin.
That's so funny. So, but yeah, I can't remember. I guess like what
There's two versions of the Let's Go Brandon coin, just FYI.
Oh, okay.
There's the LGB version, Let's Go Brandon LGB,
Oh.
and FJB. What does Let's Go Brandon stand for?
Yeah.
But I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Let's Go Brandon is definitely a meme coin.
Right. Oh, for sure.
I mean, do you know what the price is right now of a Let's Go Brandon coin?
I don't know if I want to know.
Just take a guess.
Part of me feels like it's doing really well.
It's really small.
Oh, it's
per
really?
coin.
Oh, well, good.
Like, we're talking, let's see here. I just put it in Excel, and Excel goes, oh, 0.
Okay. Okay, good.
Point, and this is dollars, okay? 0.000000139 per coin.
Wow.
So not even a cent.
That's nothing.
And it's gone down 0.000000185 cents in the last 24 hours.
Wow. All right. So it ain't nothing.
No, it's a meme coin.
Yeah. It's just there to be there.
Someone got rich off of it though. They were bought early. The price spiked and then they sold.
Right.
Someone just became a millionaire off of that.
Right.
But anyways, what were we gonna say? Oh, the FJB coin though.
Yeah.
The Let's Go Brandon FJB. That's 0.003309.
Ooh.
And that one's actually been going up.
Time to buy some.
But anyways, what were we gonna say?
Oh, I was just thinking like the Let's Go Brandon, like that's like, I guess, just a mockery of Joe Biden.
I have
Right.
yeah.
In a
Well,
sense.
what was happening at the sports stadiums all last fall?
Well, everyone was saying F Joe Biden.
Yeah. And they were
then-
saying that in NASCAR, and then the reporter goes, "Oh, they're saying Let's Go Brandon."
Yeah. They're like, what?
So I have a question for you
Oh no.
because I want your opinion on this because I heard this. So I've heard this from two different sources now. When I say different sources, I'm saying I'm hearing it from the Christian side, and I'm hearing it from the mainstream media side. Mainstream media side goes, this is a dangerous precedent to say F Joe Biden because it's inciting violence and insurgency like January 6th. And then in my head, I'm going, let's go back all the way back to when Trump was president.
Yeah.
And a woman got elected essentially, literally her only qualifications. I won't say, okay, let me rephrase that. The major qualification of why she got elected, I won't say only, major qualification was that she flipped off the president while he was in a motorcade driving by. And people were like, oh, so brave, must vote.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that, right?
Yeah.
So I get that, getting all that on from the mainstream media side. But then from the Christian side, you hear people saying, let's go Brandon is a sin because you're yelling obscenities at the president. I'm like, I get what you're saying. At the same time, so I'm having a little conundrum on that one, but I get it.
Yeah.
So I want to hear your thought on.
I guess I didn't think. No, I guess I missed that whole. I forgot about the whole reporter thing saying, thinking that they were saying "Let's go, Brandon."
Mhm.
Which I don't know how. All right, whatever. But I just kind of figured. At that point, I was just like, "Let's go, Brandon." I was like, I'd rather have this guy Brandon for president than Biden. So I always thought of it that way. I guess I didn't think of it as just a secret way of saying F Joe Biden.
And that's essentially what it is. That's how the rest of America took it.
Okay. Well,
So besides you,
right. Yeah, I'm blonde. It's whatever.
because so going through all that, and I'm just going through. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying about that, but at the same time, like this is a way for people to show their discontent, and then everyone goes, "Oh, you're showing discontent with the president. That's like inciting violence." I'm like, no, 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 no,
No,
no.
absolutely not.
I was like, let's go
No.
back to the past few years when Trump was president, and every second everyone took
Oh,
to
yeah.
say
I mean, it was F Trump.
F Trump.
That was
like
the thing to say.
every time you got on anywhere, it was like that. And
Yeah.
now those same people are going, "Oh, you can't say that about the president. That's so mean."
Right. Oh,
So
cry
okay,
me a river.
Christmas. NORAD does the Santa tracking for the kids.
No,
Did you know about that?
no.
Okay, so NORAD, the division of the Army,
Right.
they track Santa around the world in quotes for the kids.
So
Kind
they
of
can
show
see where he's going.
see where he's at, see where he's going, see where he's going to get to their place. Well, as one of the traditions is they take calls from kids to the president.
Oh boy.
Did you know that as well?
No.
Okay.
Oh boy.
A dad took advantage of that.
Oh boy. Okay. I feel like this is going
I'm going to break.
somewhere that might be bad.
Let me pull-
Somebody's granddaughter.
And how about Penelope?
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about 8.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, that's one.
That's Jill and Joe Biden
yeah.
right now talking to a parent of some kids on the NORAD Santa tracking.
Wonderful that you have a 2-year-old.
Well,
Have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
and by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful
Hey,
Christmas.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well.
Oh,
Merry
thank you.
Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
That hit social media immediately after it happened.
So Biden apparently just said F himself.
And the guy recorded himself doing it, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then he kind of, after all that, he all of a sudden, when he started getting interviewed in that,
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, he started kind of like walking back, like, oh, I didn't really mean it," and da da da. But yeah,
Oh, come on.
that happened on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and let's go, Brandon.
Just
Gosh.
boom, let's go. I was like, what the heck?
Dude's got balls. Well, I guess it doesn't take that much to do that, maybe, but
Well, he didn't do it directly to his face. It was just over a phone
yeah,
call.
right.
It was
That's not too hard to do.
no, he didn't. It didn't take much courage, but he still. But that was broadcast
They
nationwide.
should- what? Oh, Joe.
Everyone-
Like, he's had to have known what that is. Right?
Maybe he
Maybe.
knows during his lucid times. I'm being honest here.
Oh, yeah.
There are times I wonder how many hours of the day there's the full lucidness there. I'm not going to go into the whole thing of the Laurel Yanni thing of was it I pooped my pants or he wiped my
Oh.
butt or whatever it was there.
Right.
That's a Laurel Yanni thing. You know what I'm referring to with that, right?
Maybe. Wait. Maybe not. Wait.
It's the
No,
same.
I've heard about I guess that whole situation, but
It's the same thing like what was it? Here. You tell me what you hear.
I tell you.
Laurel.
Yeah.
What do you hear?
Laurel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people hear Yanni.
Yeah. I remember.
It's the same thing about like Green Stinger and all that
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. It's a Laurel Yanni thing. Sometimes when there's distraction and background noise, which to be fair, during some of those videos where people are claiming he said something, there's a lot of background noise. So it could be one of those.
Right.
Oh, you really want him to say this because you really don't like him. And you go right with what you want to go and listen to. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it can be one or the other. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, man. But yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I guess that could have been a thing where it happens so quickly you just don't even think about it. And you're just like, oh, yeah.
Could be. Who knows?
Because, I mean, I guess I know I've definitely been in that boat before, but it's just like, geez, Louise, my guy.
Well, it's, as I say, it's been the news long enough that he had to have known.
Right. Well, you would hope so.
But we'll see. But yeah, so now that I love this news article, I'm going to read you the headline.
All right.
Parent uses right-wing slur during Biden call with NORAD.
Parent uses right-wing
slur. Let's go, Brandon is now a right-wing slur.
Oh, my gosh.
This is the Streisand effect to full effect.
The what effect?
Streisand effect.
Streisand effect.
It's where it's essentially a nothing burger. There would be nothing, but because you protest so much about it, people pay attention to it more, and therefore it becomes bigger than it should have been.
Right.
The Streisand effect.
Streisand effect.
So this could have been a Streisand effect thing. Just let it will run its course.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone wanted to be such.
Oh yeah.
And everything happens, and
I guess I guess I can see how it's probably not right to say the whole "Let's Go Brandon" thing. I suppose as a Christian, but I guess at the same,
we are supposed to pray for and
absolutely
honor the leaders, even if we don't like those leaders.
Yeah,
and I have made it completely known that I am not a fan of Biden. Although my mom thinks I am, but I'm not.
Why do you like the Biden man?
Because whether the reason is I'm accused of being a Biden supporter.
Why?
Because when she comes up and says, "Oh, look at this news," I'm like, actually, no. Let's look at the real news behind it. Not at, and also that Lindell TV logo still just creeps the bejesus out of me.
Okay, so like every once in a while, just for the fun of it, I'll watch like what the Hodge twins stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's always at the end of their videos, it's like, Mike Lindell, true patriot kind of thing. And I'm just like, I don't know. Now, like when I see Mike Lindell and stuff, I just get a little bit of just like that feeling. I'm just like, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, he I don't know. I guess I liked his My Pillow, at least the one that I've used before. Like, it's good, but
the pillow's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. But
you've seen the Lindell TV logo, right?
Maybe I haven't seen the exact logo.
It's just something about it just
isn't right.
Rings me wrong. How about that?
Lindell TV logo. Wait, what?
So if you have never seen what this logo looks like, so if you go to LindellTV.com, it's up to you if you want to go to or not. I don't.
Right. Oh, so it's that.
What it is? Yeah.
That?
So what it is it's like almost like a flag banner.
Yeah.
Like almost a flag banner. And the reason I say it has how many stars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 stars. White stars on a blue background with 2 red stripes and a white stripe
with a cross
and a cross. And just something about that doesn't sit well in my head. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's the same kind of not sitting well that I got with Murphy.
Oh,
it's that same sort of, there's something wrong about this.
Here. Yeah.
And I don't know what it is.
I get that.
But we'll see. So, Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I don't know why this made me think of that. But this morning when I was trying to fall asleep, on TV there was a thing where it was like spring water that you could buy.
Oh yeah,
That
Mike.
my
What was it? Is it
gosh.
not Pompeii? Is it the
Um,
Miracle Spring Water?
yeah, I can't. Oh, seeing that just
Peter Popoff.
that's it. Just infuriates me.
Now that one, I 100% agree with. Like that one, there's not
Makes
it
me
doesn't.
so mad.
And I love here. You go to his website in big, bold, red letters at the top. Note: do not ingest the Miracle Spring Water.
Wait, what? What? So you're just supposed to buy it and have it, and that's what's supposed to make. But I thought they said in the commercial that they like had it. Well, maybe they just bought it. Maybe they didn't say
Maybe
they
they-
specifically drank it.
What? Yeah.
Oh, that's just so. Oh, that makes me mad on a whole new level.
In big red letters,
Do
right at the
not
top of this,
ingest.
right at the top of this, right at the top of their website.
Oh,
See, and you know other things. You know, you're looking on his page, peterpopoffpage.org.
yeah.
You go on there, so it has the Miracle Spring Water is one of the headers. The other header under offers, the Prosperity Scriptures form.
There it is.
I would like you to send you my free book, Prosperity Scriptures They Don't Want You to Know.
Oh, you.
And
You're
you know what's
awful,
like
man.
you look at his website, right?
Yeah.
Every segment of it is donate here, donate here, donate here, donate this, donate this.
Right. Give me as much money as you can.
And I'm just like, oh, that's just sad that happens. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that buy into the whole prosperity gospel thing, and that
Right. Yeah.
just
What
drives me
so
nuts.
for the people that are on the, I guess, what infomercial or whatever for it?
Yeah.
Like they're just paid, right, to do that crap.
Probably a good chunk are paid or they're just lying out through their teeth.
Because it's like, oh yeah, I got the spring water. I was just anxious about a job, and once I got that, I got a job, and I'm like, angry.
Oh, really? Sorry, this is
Really
something
what?
else.
Yeah.
This will be for something else. But anyways, but yeah, so
yeah,
yeah,
don't know why that made me think
you
of that.
start to 2022.
yeah. New year, new disaster.
All right, Johnson, I'm going to ask you one final question.
What?
Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
Ha! After ruining every single one I was supposed to do this last year, what's the point? Well, no, I probably said I wasn't going to make any New Year's resolutions last year. I know that we had our goals thing or whatever,
Yeah.
which I was going to make more money than spend more money, which as soon as I bought a truck, I threw that out the window.
I think, though, you limited that to musical instruments.
Oh, maybe I did. Which, wait, nah, I probably still
And
screwed it.
maybe later down the year, we'll check in on how those went.
Yeah, I do.
I have them saved still. But
Okay, yeah,
But I wasn't asking like for that sort of stuff. I was just
No,
asking,
just in
did you
general,
make
did I
any
make any?
general New Year's resolutions? Since I'm sure your New Year's Eve was probably low key.
I sat in my basement and talked with the brewer over Discord, and
Yeah, I noticed
yeah,
because
that's the whole Minecraft thing.
yeah, because I saw a brewer because the reason I saw that and then I like look up and I'm like, of course that's a very brewer thing to say. It wasn't from that day; it was from another day. Brewer goes, "Can you guys hear me?"
Oh yeah,
I was like, "That's a very brewer thing to say."
right. But yeah, it was real chill. I was tired from the drive home.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Uh,
That's why I said it was probably a low key.
yeah. Oh,
New
I
Year's.
would say my parents were more partiers than I was because I actually went out and hung out with friends.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but
Old people living their lives in the time of COVID.
that's unheard of.
How dare they? The police will be at your apartment and at your house in a couple hours.
After hearing this, yeah.
Oh no, they're listening live right now. What are you talking about?
I mean, probably are. Well, sorry, Mom, Dad. I threw you under the bus. I'll probably come and visit you. Who knows? But I don't know. I guess hopefully maybe just it's been a rough couple weeks as far as eating wise, at least well. But like after, seeing the weight kind of go down and stuff like that through the summer and some of fall, I was like, yeah, it'd be good to keep going on that route. So I guess that's about it, really. There's nothing that I've really thought about that I want to do or have set goals for. I guess there's the whole school thing, but now I'm even nervous about that.
Why is that?
And after that trip out to Pennsylvania, I'm like, I was like, would truck driving be really good for me? I was like, ooh. I got nervous seeing the 2 semis in the ditch.
Yeah, that happens every winter, unfortunately.
Oh, well,
It doesn't make you feel better, I know, but it does.
No, yeah, it's so that's one thing that's got me real nervous and really contemplating about the whole thing because I mean, truck drivers don't really get time off. Like, the sun's got to get somewhere. Sun's got to get somewhere, and if you're working for it, you got to do it. But
Yeah, that's when you become an owner and you work on your own schedule.
right. Well, yeah, right. I got to get my own truck.
Yeah,
That'd be a whole nother ordeal, which I guess I could do. And I mean, just it's not like I wouldn't necessarily have the money for that, but yeah, I'd have to look at that when that actually gets close to happening. But and also there was in the news about that truck driver that was supposed to get 110 years because he had killed, was it 4 people in an accident?
Mm-hmm.
But then he had gotten it sentenced to 10 years. So, which, I mean, is great on his behalf. It's either life or 10 years, which, and I don't know if it's one of those things where you can do good behavior and get out earlier or whatnot, but, yeah, there's definitely some uneasiness going on now about the idea of getting a CDL and doing truck driving, but I gotta do something with myself at some point, so we'll see. I don't know. But what about? You're
sorry,
you're reading something good.
I'm just circling back real quick. I'm
Circle
gonna
back?
pull a Jen and circle back here. Now I know why they say don't drink the water.
Oh no!
It's obtained from a spring near Chernobyl.
You're what? Why are they allowed to package that and sell that?
Oh no, they don't sell it; they give it away.
Oh,
You know what you're supposed to do when you get the water?
throw it away.
No, you're supposed to sleep with it for one night. Then, use it however they tell you to use it, and then return the empty packet with a financial donation inside of it in order to receive your blessing.
Oh my gosh!
If not, if you don't return the packet, the ministry follows up with the individual and sends more offers of prosperity charms, such as Dead Sea Salt or a blessing bracelet.
Gosh, I almost want to do this and instead of sending him money back, I just want to send him a nasty message saying you're sick people.
No. Send them a Bible back and say, please read.
Right? Yeah, read the actual scripture.
Huh.
Realize what the heck you're doing. You sick.
I almost want to do this.
Yeah.
Just
I'll do it with you
to record the calls.
Yeah.
I almost want to.
I mean, I'm game.
Almost. But also at the same time, I don't want to have to deal with them.
That's what you just given to me.
But anyways.
But yeah.
Now to circle back to where we were at.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of resolutions and stuff?
Resolutions?
Or
no.
Goals? I don't know.
Goals, always. Usually, and some of them around, career stuff, figuring out.
Right.
It sounds weird. Figure out what I really want to do with my career.
What do you want to do when you get older? When you grow up?
I know. That's so weird to say from someone who's almost 40, who's going to be turning 39 this year.
Hey, man, even people that are retired are still trying to figure out what they want to do when they grow up.
Yeah. So who knows? And I'm still trying to figure that out. So some of my goals is maybe starting to, not maybe sort of, some of my goals are starting to lay out some of that research and groundwork. I'm like, hey, what am I doing going forward?
Right.
Not just short term. And maybe what am I doing short term to maybe change the long term goals? What those all look like yet, I don't know.
Don't know.
And that will be, that's kind of where I'm actually like kind of laying down like a little groundwork for myself, where it's like a every 6-month review, almost kind of like a job performance review. But every 6 months, kind of do my own little review of myself on where I'm going and is that helping me. But first, I got to lay the groundwork to be able to do that in order to be able to do the 6-month review. So that's what I'm doing right now. Welcome to 2022. Fun days.
Things brand new.
Yeah, and there's some things like I kind of, and I'll talk to you about like there's some things that's like I want to bring to light, but at the same time, bringing it to light is not exactly. Let's just put it this way: not exactly the most PG conversations ever.
Hey.
And
That's all right.
they'd be a little awkward.
I like R-rated conversations.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting flashbacks to being in my aunt's car.
Whoa. Wait, your aunt's car?
Like after my dad passed away and my aunt would drive us places sometimes.
Yeah.
She had a cassette tape. Yes, back in the day.
Okay.
When it was rewound and started, it goes, warning, this cassette is rated XXX.
Oh.
And it was a song.
It was a song?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe I won't go that XXX route, but I mean, I'll at least do R-rated.
Yeah, that was scarring.
Yeah, I bet.
Leave it to my aunt to do that.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to drive you to church. This song is rated XXX.
I'm really curious about that now.
Nope, I'm not.
He said, no,
I think I got most of it out of my memory, and we're going to keep it out.
Keep
of
it
the
that
memory.
way? Yeah.
At least for 2022, we're going to keep it out of the way, that memory. If 2022 just goes down the gutter, no, even then we're going to keep it out of memory. We're not going to revisit that. Not at all. We're not going to. I'm sorry, Aaron. I am not going the route of angry music for happy people. No.
But I mean,
I'm gonna go happy music for happy people, not angry music.
That just doesn't work.
Although I think now the new trend I'm kind of starting to see, the meta trend, is emo music for happy people.
The meta trend, emo music for happy people.
Yeah.
Which that used to be, well, people used to classify metal as emo, but some at least.
Yeah. Emo rock.
Yeah.
Again, my favorite video every year is the All I Want for Christmas with the emo dancers.
No.
That's my style Christmas right there.
No, thank you.
You know what? For Christmas next year, that's what you should do.
What?
Dress up as one of those emo kids with the light sticks and dance like that.
I'd be so awkward though. I mean, I already am awkward, but I'd even be even more awkward. And I don't know. I don't dance. It's scary. I mean, not that was really all dancing. That was just randomly moving your body.
Have your nephew teach you. I'm sure he could. Think of it as uncle nephew bonding time.
I just had some of that playing Fortnite, so I'm good.
Was there a lot of reeing?
No, not on my half, but not on my behalf.
Yeah, but you still got to hear a lot of re.
Yeah, I was killing it though. So
All
I was causing the reeing to happen.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
here's to a 2022 that
I need a bottle of scotch or something.
Right there with you, sir.